Welcome back to Inner Stoic Voice. I'm so glad you're here. In today's video, we're going to dive into a crucial part of Stoic philosophy, accepting what you can't change. It's not always easy, right? Life throws challenges at us that can leave us feeling powerless, especially when we're dealing with heartache, betrayal, or any loss. In fact, one of the hardest things we'll ever face is accepting that certain things are out of our control. But what if I told you that embracing this truth could be the key to healing and moving forward? If you've ever found yourself stuck in the past, unable to move on from something painful, or constantly ruminating over things you can't change, this video is for you. Let's take a closer look at how acceptance plays a central role in Stoic wisdom, and how it can help us regain peace and focus in our lives. Part 1. The nature of acceptance in Stoicism. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies one powerful idea. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This doesn't mean that we ignore our feelings or pretend everything is fine when it's not. Rather, it means acknowledging reality for what it is, and letting go of the desire to change things that are beyond our control. The Stoics teach us that everything in life falls into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. The ancient philosopher Epictetus famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This simple yet profound statement reminds us that we have the power to decide how we respond, even when we can't change the circumstances themselves. For instance, if a relationship ends or someone betrays us, we can't go back and undo what's been done. What we can control is how we choose to respond to the situation. Instead of endlessly revisiting the past or wishing things had turned out differently, Stoicism invites us to focus on the present moment, where we still have the power to act and find peace. Part 2. Letting go of the past now. Let's talk about letting go of the past. One of the most common struggles people face is the inability to move on from past hurts. Whether it's a betrayal, a failed relationship, or an unresolved conflict, the past often weighs heavily on our hearts. But here's the thing: the past is gone. It can't be changed, no matter how much we wish we could rewind time. We hold on to it, the more it holds us back. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "Time is a river of passing events, and events flow by. We can't hold on to them." The more we try to grasp onto the past, the more it slips through our fingers. So what's the Stoic approach to this? It's about acceptance. Stoicism doesn't tell us to suppress our feelings or deny our pain. Instead, it encourages us to accept what's happened, to face it head on, and then let go. This doesn't mean you won't feel the pain. It means you'll stop letting that pain define you. Think about it. What do you gain by continuing to dwell on the past? Does it bring back what you've lost? Does it change the outcome? No. It only prevents you from moving forward and finding new opportunities for growth. Part 3. The power of focusing on what you can control. Once you understand that there are things you simply cannot change, the next step is to shift your focus toward the things you can control. This is where Stoicism really empowers us. You can't change what happened, but you can control your own mindset, attitude, and actions. When we focus on the present, we give ourselves the chance to build a future that reflects the values we choose to live by. Take, for example, Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison faced numerous setbacks in his career, but instead of being crushed by failure, he used each obstacle as an opportunity to learn and grow. In our own lives, when we focus on what we can control, how we react, how we think, and how we move forward, we gain the strength to rise above adversity. When you stop fighting against what cannot be changed, you open yourself up to the possibility of real growth. Part 4. Embracing acceptance as a path to inner peace. So, how do we actually embrace acceptance in a meaningful way? It starts with recognizing that acceptance is not resignation. It's not giving up or settling for less. It's simply recognizing reality and choosing to live in alignment with it. When we practice acceptance, create space for peace. We let go of the need to control everything around us, and instead, we focus on controlling the one thing we always have the power over: ourselves. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Acceptance allows us to find peace in the present moment, no matter what has happened in the past. It doesn't mean we won't face challenges or hardships again, but it does mean that we'll be better equipped to handle them when they arise. I want to share a brief personal story with you. There was a time when I couldn't let go of a past failure. I was stuck in the past, replaying the same mistakes over and over in my head. It wasn't until I learned to accept what had happened, to let go of that weight, that I was able to move forward with clarity and purpose. Once I let go of the past, I was able to build a future that was aligned with who I wanted to become. In conclusion, acceptance is not about giving up. It's about realizing that there are things beyond our control and learning to focus on what we can control. The Stoics remind us that the past is something we can never change, but the present is something we have the power to shape. So, the next time you find yourself stuck in regret or longing for a past that can't be changed, remember this: you are in control of your response. You have the power to choose peace, to choose growth, and to move forward with strength. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. What is something from your past that you've struggled to accept? How do you practice acceptance in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for watching. Remember, acceptance is the first step toward true inner peace.